gonna be a truck.
Okay.
Big, giant 18-wheeler Mack truck.
Okay.
And Anne's gonna be Anne, except that Anne's gonna pretend that she has headphones in and that she's not really paying attention, okay? And I'm gonna be me, and we're gonna be standing at a corner, and Anne's gonna try and cross the street, and Nicole's gonna run her over. Alright, ready? Go. Alright, try that again. Run her over real good this time, okay? Yeah. Pretend you're Jeremy and run her over, okay?
No, this is gonna hurt.
Oh my gosh. That was like being
You play water polo if you're taking, okay?
Yeah, it's water. Again. The difference is land.
Okay.
There's no grabs in the water.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted you for. What do you... Now the question I have for you tonight is, what if anything, should I have done in that scenario?
Saved her.
looted.
What's up? Looted the body? Only if it's a particular video game you play online. Okay. No, in seriousness, I think the word Nicole yelled, stop her. Right? Like, that should have been the logical thing to do. She was listening to her headphones, not really paying attention. The truck came barreling through. I probably should have grabbed her by the shoulder and be like, oh wait, I'll let you live.
Oh, thank you, Brad.
Well, and I think the truth about sexuality is the same thing. That the truck is like a big garbage truck that comes barreling through our lives, and it's our culture. And it comes rolling on through, and it's telling you all this stuff about sex and sexuality. And many times we have our earbuds and we're not listening to what the church has to say. And we end up doing is getting run over by the truck, which we get covered in garbage, and then away we go. And I think that if you're missing, that if you don't hear this, and if you don't put your earbuds out and really listen to this, and just wherever you are with this in your life, just be open to what God may say to you tonight, and just consider that what I might be saying to you is 100% true. Because I believe that as somebody who works for a church, who loves young people, who works with young people, that it is my job to speak out against that, to tell you the truth. And some people might say all kinds of things. You know, my personal favorite is, well, why doesn't the church get with the times? Why is it always trying to ruin my fun? And, well, the church isn't trying to ruin your fun, but it does know that there are consequences for your actions. I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight. And my other favorite one is the church is obsessed with sex. Well, our culture is obsessed with sex. So, you know, I get asked questions all the time. You know, 1 in 5 questions that teenagers ask me or their parents are about sex or something that goes back to theology of the body. 1 in 5. Think about how many questions I get asked. I get asked at least a dozen questions a week. 1 in 5. So 2.5 to 3 questions a week. Some teenager finds me on Facebook, sends me an email, you know, runs into me at the mall. Like, teenagers run into me at the mall with my kids, and we're chatting, and they're like, if I do this with my boyfriend, is that a sin? You know, my little 3-year-old and my little 18-month-old, and I'm supposed to go, did you just say that in front of my kids? Okay. Anyways, this is the guy in here. And the funny part that I love about this is that nobody ever debates the church's teachings on, like, grace, mercy, feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, you know, all those ones. But it's like a giant buffet, right? So we're at the buffet of Catholic theology, it's like, okay, some grace, some mercy, and you get down to that one thing you really don't like, and for me it was broccoli. My whole life I hated broccoli. Okay, listen, I'll get there. Anyways, and the first couple times I ate broccoli, I'm chewing on it, and I really don't like the taste of broccoli. It's kind of... And eventually, like today, I eat broccoli 3 or 4 times a week. I put it in my soup and my stir fry. I really like the taste of broccoli, but it's the same as this stuff. When I first heard this stuff, I was a teenager sitting in my confirmation class, and I was chewing on it, and I was like, yeah, right. What do you think? I might be a priest? What do you mean I have to wait until I get married to have sex? And I was chewing on this theology of the body, and I'm going, this tastes like garbage. It tastes like broccoli. And so I probably spat it out, and on the way out the door, I just forgot about it. And then I encountered it, kept encountering it over the course of my life, and eventually I got to a place where I'm chewing on it, and actually it's kind of like broccoli. I hated broccoli my whole life, and then one day I ate it, and I really liked it. And I think it was the same thing with this stuff.
You ate what you spat out?
The first time I used to spit it into a napkin. Broccoli.
You're running into it.
Because my mother is crazy. She bought me these pajamas, And for those of some of you who's doing with my mom is persistent too. And she would put broccoli on my plate every week, 3 or 4 times a week. Yeah, she'd sneak it into things like Chinese food. I mean, who puts fried rice and broccoli? Like, unless it's broccoli fried rice. Anyways, another story. Okay, get me distracted. Freedom. That's what I want to start with tonight. Because I think that truck analogy also works there. Alright, close your eyes for a second. Now I want you to envision a world that is completely free. What does your world look like? Anybody? Bad? Chaotic? Empty?
Dramatic?
Dramatic? See, very good. What I was looking for, and I'll just say it because I want to keep going. What I was looking for was somebody to talk about a world that had, you could do whatever you want, however you wanted, with whomever you wanted. Because that's kind of the world that people think of when they think of sexual freedoms. I can do whatever I want, with whomever I want, however I want, whenever I want. And the problem is with that is, it comes back to the scenario at the beginning, the truck and the person. Because in a world where there's absolute freedoms, you have this, conflict. And somebody said that, I think, conflict. What happens with conflict, what happens with conflict is that one person's freedoms override another person's freedoms. It's just the way that the way it works. And I tend to know this, that if you don't know the truth, you can't be free. So like if you're a pig, and you live on a farm, and you're a little piggy, and you always like, if you're seeing pigs eat like slop, pig slop, if you put a steak in front of a pig, or if you put, a gourmet meal, I always say Thanksgiving dinner is my favorite meal of dinner. Chicken, stuffing, turkey, turducken, which I'm getting this year, turducken from all the different kinds of meat. You sit there, like if I put that beautiful thin food on my little piggy, he wouldn't eat it. He wouldn't leave his slop. Because he doesn't know the difference. And when it comes to theology of the body, we spend our lives eating the garbage that the world gives us. And we have the opportunity to have this beautiful banquet. And what this banquet will give you is the gift of chastity. Chastity is a part of every vocation, no matter what you're going to do when you get up. I mean, the big 3. If you're going to grow up and become a priest or religious, if you're going to grow up and get married, or you're going to be single for the rest of your life. Whatever your vocation is in the long run, chastity is a part of your vocation. You live it according to your way of life. And what it does is it allows you to be free as you are. It allows you to see people as people. To see them with the God-given human dignity they were given at creation. God said in Genesis, He said, male and female I created. In my image I created them. So you're created in God's image. We're given that certain dignity, certain love, certain responsibility. And chastity allows us to see people as people. And it's important to practice this now. In where you are in life. Because watch this. It's not like I take off my wedding band and all of a sudden I can see pretty girls again. I put my wedding band on and, oh wait, every pretty girl in this room is absolutely invisible. Oh wait, let me see if I can see them again. It doesn't work like that. A wedding doesn't make you impervious to temptation. It doesn't go away when you say vows. So if you say someday you want to have a happily ever after, you want to grow up and have a fairy tale wedding and that, which I hope that whatever your future is that you want, whatever you're open to God's plan, that you're practicing the chastity now so you can see people. You can see them with dignity. Now chastity includes refraining from all sexual behaviors that have their root in use. I'm going to talk a little bit more about use in a second. Some of these can include homosexuality, polygamy, masturbation, pornography, contraceptions. These all have their root in the idea that a person is to be used as an object.